Army Private First Class Justin McDaniel, Army Specialist Jesse Conger, Army Sergeant Randy Rosenberg, Army Specialist Justin Pellerin, Marine Sergeant Michael Roy, Marine Corporal Kyle Vandergeisen, Army Master Sergeant Richard Ferguson, Marine Lance Corporal Michael Geary, Army Specialist Adam Kulagowski, Navy SEAL Chief Petty Officer Nathan Hardy, Army Captain Jonathan Grasbaugh, Army Specialist Nicholas Bernier, Navy SEAL Senior Chief Petty Officer Dan Healy, Army Major Brian Mescal, Army Corporal Scott Diamond, Army Private First Class Nicholas Conoya, Army Corporal Philip Chartay, Army Corporal Matthew Schneider, Marine Sergeant Benton Brubaker, Marine Private First Class Matthew Bertolino, Army Sergeant Russell Durgan, Private First Class Marciana Bennington, Army National Guard Specialist Jeremiah Holmes, Marine Staff Sergeant Stephen Murphy, Army Private Chipper Rogers, Army Ranger Sergeant Andrew Nickel, Army Master Sergeant Jarrett Van Alst, Army Sergeant Alan Burgess, Army Sergeant Jeremy Renier, Army Specialist David Stelmat, Marine Private First Class Eric Courier, Marine Lance Corporal Peter P.J. Zora Jr.,
Marine Lance Corporal Adam Brooks, Marine Lance Corporal Ryan McCon, Army Sergeant Toby Olson, Marine Corporal Michael Olette, Army Private First Class George Roll Jr., Army Sergeant Zachary Tellier, Army Staff Sergeant Kyle Warren, Army Chief Warrant Officer Chris Thibodeau, Army Sergeant Angelo Lozada Jr., Army Sergeant First Class Robert Rooney, Army Specialist Justin Rollins, Marine Corporal Timothy Gibson, Army Second Lieutenant Matthew Cotto, Army Staff Sergeant Donald Smith, Army Sergeant Daniel Giannette, Marine Corporal Jonathan Porto, Army Captain Douglas DiCenzo, Army Corporal Nicholas Arvanitis, Army Specialist Michael Cook Jr., Army Staff Sergeant Edmund Lowe, Marine Lance Corporal Robert Mosillo, Army Private First Class Andrew Stevens, Army Specialist Mark Dakota, Army Specialist Matthew Stanley, Air National Guard Technical Sergeant David Guindon, West Point Cadet Peter Todd Huschling, Army Specialist Seth Happenin, Army Specialist Derek Bilodeau, Army Specialist Matthew Woods, Army National Guard Specialist Dana Hirth, Marine Lance Corporal Demetrios Gavriel, Army Specialist William Tracy.